good afternoon, good evening to everybody around the world. It's getting to the stage now, folks, as there are so many people on this webinar. We're nearly covering every country in the world. So congratulations and welcome to tonight's training webinar. Wow, we've got a stack of powers, brand new powers that are qualified around the world. We have stacks and stacks and stacks in Taiwan. We've got them in everywhere. Italy, Taiwan, and we've got one in the United Kingdom. Woohoo! What I'm going to do, the person that I actually see on the list doesn't know I'm coming to him, but we're going to unmute his mic, and I'm going to do a little interview with our latest, newest United Kingdom power distributor, Derek Semple. Derek, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Simon.
Fantastic. Derek, I know this is unsuspected, and I hope you don't mind just sharing a few words with everybody. How long have you and I known each other?
I've known you for over 15 years, Simon.
15 years, okay. And you really got to grips with the Sherlock going back about 15 days ago?
Yes, 15 days or so, yeah.
Okay, and can you just tell everybody what you've done, what you've achieved, and how you've been really pitching this opportunity?
Okay, I've managed to sponsor 7 people, personally sponsor them, and obviously my power leg's been building, and now I'm building my other leg, so I'm starting to earn commissions off that. I've basically done what you've always said for the last 15 years, Simon, which is, you know, take massive action, write a list, speak to everybody, and just get on with it, basically. So I think that's what I've done, really, is just listen to your advice after 15 years, and not like I did listen to it obviously 15 years ago, but I've obviously listened to it now, so that's how I've managed to do it, Simon, yeah.
Okay, and how much roughly do you think you've actually made in those few days that you've been involved?
I think I've just worked it out today, and I think it's just coming up for $500.
Wow, fantastic. So that's going to come in handy just before Christmas, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah. Good Christmas presents this year.
Yeah, you can actually afford Christmas presents this year.
Yes.
That is super. And the most important thing is, from what I can tell from speaking to you, how many times do you and I speak every day?
Well, I mean, you're very, you obviously answer my calls all the time, but I think it's about 10 or 15 times a day, so it might be more than that.
Okay, folks, did you hear that? We speak about 10 to 15 times a day. A day. Now, don't be thinking, oh, yeah, you know, my sponsors sponsored me and everything else, and, you know, oh, he can phone me. My sponsor can phone me. Guess what? If your sponsor's got 1,000 people in their organization, is it easier for your sponsor to phone you, or for you to phone your sponsor? You've only got one person to call. They've got 1,000. So you need to keep in touch with your sponsor. And the phenomenal part is, since I very first knew Derek, we now have got Skype, and we live on Skype. And guess what, folks? Skype is free, and we love free. So I tell you now, the most important part is that you need to be getting serious counseling from your sponsor on a day-to-day basis. Now, the benefit and the reason why Derek has been so successful in such a short space of time is because he's on his game. He is living, breathing, and sleeping the opportunity, and that's the difference. That's why some people make it and some people don't make it. It's because they don't live, breathe, sleep, and eat it. And some people say to me, oh, Simon, you can't be thinking of your business all the time. Well, you don't. It's like my wife and I, we've just had a couple of days in London, bit of Christmas shopping, took in a show, had some meals out and everything else. And on the train, I'm coming back, and I was actually getting withdrawal symptoms. That's how addicted I am to my business. But yes, I have my BlackBerry with me, so I could watch different emails, and I could do texts and everything else, and I could keep in touch with different excuse me, different people. So the interesting thing is, Derek, what's your next target with the business? What
It'll
are you
be
looking for?
it'll be global power distributor, obviously, and I
Global.
want to make more money as well.
And have you got a target for when you want to achieve that?
Well, I'd like to do that before the convention. As yet, I've not decided to go to the convention, but if you know, if I make that maybe mid-January, I'll certainly be going to the convention then.
Fantastic. Okay. See, this is the thing, folks. Make sure that you set a target to hit to reward yourself to attend something. So rather than you spending money going to an event, make sure you make the money first, then go to the event. Derek, thanks ever so much for those words on such a short space of time, short notice. That's fantastic.
Thanks,
Okay.
Simon.
Okay, you're welcome, mate. Okay, the most important thing is if ever you hear a good idea, you need to write it down, because if you don't use it, you'll lose it. Now, you need to be on these trainings, and if you hear some good stuff, you need to be making sure you make notes, because it's going to get to a stage where we will not be able to record them all. So these are going to go into a live, well, I mean, obviously it's live now. What's the time now? 6 minutes past 8. That goes to prove that it's live. But yeah, you can see that as time goes on, these are going to be free events. And I tell you what, it's been fascinating, and thank you for everybody's Skypes and emails, that you're really getting used to the texting. That text system where you can text other businesses, you are really putting that to use. And the great thing is that is a free system. Now, I mentioned, I can't remember if it was last week or the week before, about a concept that we used to build, and we used to do lead generation by texting other businesses. Now, a lot of you have emailed me and said, oh, well, what about the script? Where's the text? Where's the text? Where's the text? Folks, I'm going to give you a tip. You need to be looking on Destination Diamond on a regular basis. Now, you click, see where the cursor is there, more, and you've got resources and training. You click on resources and training, and you then got all the recordings of all the different trainings that we've done. And at the bottom there you go. You click on that, and it comes up, and there is a mind where you could make an extra on one. There you go. There's the text. That message there is the text, and it says, please excuse the unusual approach, but I have seen your advertisement promoting your business. Would you be open to taking a look at a second income for yourself, which would not affect your current business? If so, text me back, and yada, 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 yada. So it gets you a prospect that somebody gives you their email, and then you send them your prospecting email. Now, folks, you need to look at Destination Diamond in that section that says more for all the training and resources on a regular basis. And if you haven't gone through all these trainings, you need to, because some of them will need to be getting deleted because we've got to put a new one on there. Okay, so that's really, really important. Okay, what I'd like to do is introduce you to the next person that's going to share some ideas with you, and it's my very, very good, what's the word I'm looking for? My good situation that I can invite to speak, my favorite distributor. Okay, we're actually now going to show you a video, which I was going to show at the end, but we're going to show this video now. And this is what I posted on Facebook today. Now, if you're not on my Facebook, please go on Facebook and add me as a friend, because I post different things on there. But this is a very, very short 4-minute clip, and it shows, and it says, I can't. Don't ever, ever say, I can't do this business. I can't build this business. Watch this video, and you see what you should be now thinking.
I wasn't ready. I have no arms and no legs, but I'm very thankful that I have my little chicken drumstick here. People freak out when they see me for the first time. It's so cool. I was at a water slide all by myself. Everyone obviously at the bottom of the slide is looking up and waiting for other people to come down. And here I come, and they're freaking out. They're like, you know, like this. And I was so tempted to look at myself and go, what happened? You know? There were times where I sort of looked at my life and thinking, well, I can't do this and I can't do that. And you keep on concentrating on the things that you wish you had or the things that you wish you didn't have. And you sort of forget what you do have. And there's no point, I believe, in my life where I wish I had arms, legs, I wish I had arms, legs, I wish I had arms, legs, I wish it won't help. But what I've seen in life are just a couple of key principles. And the first thing that I've seen is to be thankful. It's hard to be thankful, man. I tell you, when I was 8 years old, I sort of summed up my life and thought, I'm never going to get married. I'm not going to have a job. I'm not going to have a life of purpose. What kind of a husband am I going to be if I can't even hold my wife's hand? It's a lie to think that you're not good enough. It's a lie to think that you're not worth anything. Oh boy. It's freezing, I can't feel my hands. I love life. You know, so many people come and say, how come you smile so much? And I'm like, well, it's a long story. But it's very simple at the same time. You see, it's very hard to smile sometimes in life. There are things that happen that you don't know and you don't understand, and you don't know if you're going to get through it. You know, you go through your storms in life and you don't know how long the storm's going to be. And today I want to share with you some principles that I've learned in my life that you can use in yours. Being patient is beautiful. I tell you, it's the hardest thing. But I realize I may not have hands to hold my wife's hand, but when the time comes, I'll be able to hold her heart. I don't need hands to hold her heart. You know, it is scary to know how many girls have eating disorders. It is scary to know how many people are just angry at life because of their situation at home and angry at others. It's scary to know how many people actually feel like they're worth nothing. Every single girl right here, right now, I want you to know that you are beautiful. You are gorgeous just the way you are. And you boys, you're the man. On this DVD, I share my experiences in life of how I've overcome challenges and seen a new, fresh perspective in life. To be thankful, to dream big, and to never give up. I speak to children, youth, and adults about key issues and principles that I've applied in my life that has given me the strength to conquer all that comes before me.
Amazing. There's somebody there with no arms and no legs. And I tell you now, it really sums up when people talk to you and say, oh, I can't do that business. I can't recruit a person. I can't give away a Sherlock. I can't speak to somebody enthusiastically about something I believe in. When you listen to that guy's stories, and I don't know about you, but I didn't pick up a lot of the voice and everything else there because the sound quality wasn't brilliant. But there is a video link, and hopefully I should be able to email the video link with that that film on, because I know that film, that clip, was recorded quite some time. So we'll hunt that out and we'll send that through Destination Diamond. So that will be going out there. Okay, without any further ado, I'm going to hand you over to the next speaker for tonight's meeting, and that is my good old son, Frazer Brookes. Are you there, Frazer? Take it over.
I am indeed. Thanks for that introduction. Yeah, so what I wanted to do quickly was just touch on something, and that was this new button that's been added. I don't know how many of you have actually seen it, but from now on we're going to be doing a top 10 of every month for the people who recruit the most people or sell the most systems. So if you actually click here where it says click for more detail, an image will appear, and here are the top 10. Now here's the thing, 9 out of 10 of them are from Taiwan. We need to change that. We keep getting embarrassed by these guys. These guys are absolutely killing it in Asia. So luckily Giuseppe in Italy, he was he did one of them for Europe. So this month of December and in 2013, we've got to aim to beat these guys. We need to show them what the Europeans and the Americans have got to offer. So let's keep going. So yeah, what I wanted to show you was the blog again. Some of you saw my training the other week on the Saturday of the blog, but I just wanted to go through it again really, because in my opinion, with understanding the internet and stuff, this is the easiest way for someone who doesn't know how to generate leads or interest on the internet. This is the best way to kind of to generate that interest. So what you do is you go onto the shoppingsherlock.com website, and then you click media and then blog network. A new button would then appear. You then log in, and all you would do is you click on my sites, go over to Shopping Sherlock, and then go on new post. So some people have asked me already, what do I do? What do I post? What do I talk about? I've got nothing to talk about. If you've got nothing to talk about, then you're not understanding this business. Everybody, every single person on this call, on this webinar tonight, has to have a story, whether it's their story, whether it's their upline story, whether it's a saving testimonial, whether it's your goals and what you want to do with the Sherlock. If you don't have any story like that, then you might as well quit, if I'm honest. The first thing you should be doing is understand, what's your why? What's the reason? Make it public. What about saving stories? Why do you have belief and passion in this company? So for me, I've got hundreds of things to talk about, but I'm just going to go. I'm going to talk about the don't miss out on this amazing event. So what I'm going to talk about is the February event, the national convention. So I've just put my title in there. Don't miss out on this amazing event, and then I put the body of the text. Do not miss out on the first ever Shopping Sherlock national convention. And what I can do is I can insert a photo by clicking on that button. A new window will appear. I would then click select files, go over to pictures, and click on the image that I want. I then let that to load where it says here 100%. Give it a couple of seconds. There we go. And here's the title. So the title of its annual convention. So I can actually change that to click here for more info. I can also put a new link here as well. So I can go http://www.shoppingsherlockevent.com. I can have that center, I can have that medium, then I can go insert into post. So that goes here, and what you'll see the title, if I scroll over, it says click here for more information, just there. Also, I can just go, I will be there, see you there. Go Shopping Sherlock. And my name, so everyone knows who it is. And this is a cool thing here. Now, what you want to do is every time you see Shopping Sherlock, click and highlight it and click this button, which is a link. When you click on that, enter your URL, so shoppingsherlock.com / and then your ID number or your username. I always use my ID number because no one else has got my ID number, so I think it's the best way. And click on here, open link in a new window. Because what that'll do is if someone clicks on it, it will open another window and not take them off your blog. So again, do the same here. I'm not going to do it because I've already done it once. And then all you do is press here where it says publish. It'll take a few seconds to publish it. There you go. And here's the link here. So here's a permalink. So if I click on view post, there you go. Now, if I click on the Shopping Sherlock, which I actually linked, that'll take me to a new link because I clicked on that little box. And here you go, you know, your Shopping Sherlock sponsor, Frazer Brookes, and this is my site. Also, if I clicked on the image that I actually created and linked, it'll take me to, you know, the website that I chose it to, which is all about this amazing event, which, by the way, guys, if you can make it, if you live nearby, if you live in America, you have to go. I'm so jealous of you guys that live in America because we have to travel a long way. We've got over 10 hours on a plane, and that's just talking about the hours. We've got obviously a lot of money in the flights as well. So you guys in America, you need to be here. I mean, if you're not going there and you live in America, then, you know, it's a no-brainer. You got to be there. Yeah, another cool thing with this is if you actually copy this link up here, then log in onto your Facebook, you can actually post that link here. And you can just go, don't miss this, and hit post. And if you like it, so you can have people comment on it saying, wow, or you can like, people can press like. Now, when you actually go on that post, you'll see here in the like, 3 people have either liked or commented on it or viewed it. So obviously, as that grows, what happens is Google recognizes all the likes and all the, you know, even people can comment on it and all sorts. And, you know, it goes up Google. So here's what I mean by going up Google. If I go on Google now and search Shopping Sherlock, you get a number of searches. You get, like, obviously someone that's actually my other blog, the Destination Diamond Sites. It mentions Shopping Sherlock, Shopping Sherlock interview, Shopping Sherlock revenue up 50%, the Shopping Sherlock website, and these are because people have commented on it, viewed it a lot, or, you know, use it on a frequent basis. So this gets a huge amount of traffic. But here's a cool thing. I've got a few blogs, and I know a lot of them are getting used. Now, I did this one here. It's called Exciting Times, and it was just a bit about Shopping Sherlock. You can see here I've actually linked Shopping Sherlock 3 times. So one there, one there, one there. Now, I've Googled Shopping Sherlock, and in fact, on one of the pages of Google, it's somewhere here. If I can find it. I found it a few minutes ago, but it's for some reason. There we go. On the 7th page of Google, in fact, when I saw it, it was on page 8, so it's gone up already. You can actually see Exciting Times, Shopping Sherlock, and the website blog.shoppingsherlock.com/Frazer. So that's actually my blog. If you click on that, it'll take you to that blog post. So imagine what happens if you blog on a regular basis, every week, every day, every hour, whatever, every minute, every month, just frequently. Your post will start going when people search Shopping Sherlock. And what will happen next year when we go absolutely huge, the more and more people will just come across Shopping Sherlock and hear about it, whether it's on websites, on forums, or anything, on Facebook, anything. They'll Google it, and they'll probably come across your blog, read what you have to say, and they'll get in touch with you. They'll find you on Facebook. They might, you know, they'll contact you and talk to you about Shopping Sherlock. The best thing about this being an internet opportunity, people come looking for you. If you can get it right on the internet, if you can get blogs right, people will come looking for you, wanting to, you know about the Shopping Sherlock. And they'll come to you, and it saves you going to them. Although the best way is to, invite them on to Destination Diamond, have them click their local flag, have them go through step 1, step 2, and then step 3, which is going back to their upline. You know, there is other cool ways of, you know, getting this out there, and blogs are definitely one of them. So with that said, I hope, you know, I'm always here. If anyone needs me, contact me on Facebook, my, you know, Skype, my email, anything, if they need any help. And I'm happily to help them, walk them through it. So with that said, I'm going to pass it back to you, Dad.
Okay, thanks ever so much. Okay, folks, I've just got to make a couple of corrections because I know that I've actually got my sponsor listening this evening, and he flies his own airplane, and he's in Canada. Jack saying, oh no. Well, Frazer, you said that we're on a plane for 10 hours. No, Jack, we're not on an actual plane for 10 hours, but the trip is 10 hours. It's only about a 5 or 6 hour flight, but then we got to connect another flight in Philadelphia, then down. So the whole duration is 10 hours, but we're not on the same plane for the 10 hours. Jack's possibly thinking, where you flying from? Where you flying to? I thought it was in Atlanta. But anyway, enough of that. Another important thing you heard Frazer mention when he puts in his on his blog or his URL is shoppingsherlock.com / and his ID number. I always put my ID number. See, an ID number is just like your national insurance number or your postcode or your telephone number. It's never, ever repeated. And if you use a name, let's say you call yourself, I don't know, Click to View or whatever, somebody could always put different letters in, different words in, and get somebody else's site. So you're always best to use shoppingsherlock.com / 29603. Now that's my ID number. Don't use mine, but use your ID number because it always tracks back to your details. That's fundamental. Frazer, thanks ever so much. That's great. Okay, folks, I just really need to go down on a couple of little bits and pieces here. Next week's training will be our last Christmas training. And bearing in mind, this time of year is the most important time that you're going to be spending with your loved ones. This is where you're going to be socializing, you're going to be going to parties, you're going to be going to get-togethers, you're spending time with family. This is the prime time, the best time to speak to all your loved ones about how fantastic 2013 is going to be for you and your new business. Now, when you're speaking to them, just turn around and drop a line. If you're thinking, well, how can I approach the business? How can I approach, about how I can mention the business? Well, this is a scenario for, let's say, somebody in the United Kingdom. So you're sitting down, whether it be having a drink or whatever, and just turn around and say to them, hi, Mary, hi, John, do you know anybody in America? Do you know anybody in America? 9 times out of 10, people will say, why? Then you turn around and say, I've got involved in a new business and it's going ballistic in America. And I just wondered if you knew anybody in America that would be interested in earning a secondary income or a main income, depending on what they do, where they see it, how they see it, and why they see it. And then it gets you into a conversation. So, but the most important thing is now we're at this festive time that we need to be speaking to people. There's going to be a lot of people in the new year, when you offer them the Sherlock, they'll be turning around saying, why didn't I know you before Christmas? I got to save the fortune on all my Christmas gifts. And I'll tell you now, folks, you need to be making sure every single member of your family has your Sherlock. Make sure that they're shopping till they're dropping and buying products using the Sherlock, because I tell you now, it's saving an absolute fortune. Okay, what I'm going to do is next week we're going to be doing an end of year training, and then the beginning part of the year. This is why you need to get so many of your team registering on simonbrooks.info and making sure they come onto the Tuesday webinars. Because the first, and I will give you the date, the first webinar in 2013 will be a very, very special webinar. We're going to be interviewing somebody that's in Asia that in the last few months has had over 100 power distributors. 100. So if you want to know, wow, what are they doing? How do they get to 100? He's going to give you the full secret in the very first training in the new year. So please, please do yourself a favor, get as many of your team registering on simonbrooks.info, but more to the point, registering on the training seminars. Okay? Last thing I want to just mention to you is about commitment. Folks, commitment. Let me explain what I think and think commitment means? Commitment is saying what you said you was gonna do long after in the mood you had said it has left you. That means you take someone like a Derek that's going to go global, hopefully as soon as he can. Well, I'll tell you now, he's gone public and he's told everybody that he wants to go global. Derek's got to work his backside off to make sure he does that. Because if he doesn't, people are going to be saying, oh, that guy Derek, did he ever go global? No, he didn't. But because he's gone public, that's commitment. He's committed to wanting to go global. Folks, that's possibly one of the best ways of doing it, is doing it publicly, just like Derek's done. Anyway, my time's up. Thank you for yours. We'll look forward to seeing you and speaking to you next Tuesday. Have a great week. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.